So I'm gonna jump on like really quick. I'm on my way, driving into the office. Welcome to Vlogmas, if I haven't said it today already. Today is gonna be a good day. Okay, so step one is to get your finances in order. Go through and comb through your checking account. Go through and look at your savings to see how much you have in there, because you're definitely going to need some funds for your closing costs or down payment. Now, I work with several good lenders, and most of them offer help with closing costs or down payment assistance. Mostly it's down payment assistance, but normally a buyer needs to be prepared to pay some of their closing costs. So a good rule of thumb is about 3 to 4% based on how much you plan to spend buying your home. So if you did a $100,000 home, of course, for example, you would need to probably save up like $3,000 to $4,000, and that will be probably a nice amount to keep on hand in case anything comes up. If you need to get any property inspections done or surveys or anything like that, you will need all that stuff in case some things come up like that. The second thing you want to do is contact a great realtor. Now, I am licensed in the state of Missouri, and I would love to help any of you guys. And even if you're not shopping in Missouri, I can help you get connected to a really good agent in all 50 states. So let me know if you need assistance with that, or if you have any family members or friends who are in the market to buy or sell. I can help them and assist them as well. So you want to contact a good agent. The agent will go over all these things that I'm discussing today, but I'm just trying to throw some things out there to get you guys thinking about what you need to do to be prepared to buy a home. So the peak or prime time when people start beginning to buy a home is normally right around the corner, like in February, when people begin to file their tax returns. Normally most families get a nice chunk back from the federal government, and they can use that money and save it towards their down payment or closing costs. So step one, contact a great realtor. Step one was go over your finances. Step two, contact a great realtor. Step three would be to once you talk to your agent, they can connect you with a really good mortgage company or a lender to get you pre-approved, because you need to get pre-approved, because that is so important, because some people fall emotionally in love with a home and they can't even afford the home. So when I work with my clients, I always tell them we're not going to see anything we cannot afford. Hello. And we do not want to become emotionally attached to a home. And we know we don't want to pay that X amount in mortgage payments per month. So contact your agent. Your agent can connect you with a great lending officer. Get pre-approval. Once you get your pre-approval in hand, that's your green light to go shopping, because you also don't want to go and start looking at houses, and like I said before, and you can't afford the house or the mortgage payments. So once you got the pre-approval in hand, that's the green light to start shopping. So step 4 will be, let's go shopping. Everybody loves to do it. I love to do it. You love to do it. And if you don't, I think you still do, but that's okay. So we're gonna go shopping. So when we're going shopping, before we go shopping, it's important to know where you want to live. And I know that everyone hears this all the time, but basically it comes down to location, location, location. And if you are gonna be starting a family, or if you already have a family, location is important for you, because that's where you'll be raising your children and where they will be going to school. So that's important. You also want to think about price range. Now, price range is going to come down to what you can afford to borrow from the bank. But even once the bank give you a price range, it's up to you to come up with the final price that you're comfortable with paying. I don't recommend going all the way up to your limit, but it needs to be a nice balance. And the only time I would probably recommend one of my clients to go to the limit sorry, I can't speak today, is if we got everything on their list plus some. And it's like, you know, their dream home, they plan on staying here forever, they can afford it comfortably, and it meets everything and some other stuff. So that would be the only time. But other than that, it needs to be a nice balance where you are comfortable comfortable with the payments and you got some of the things that you want. Because a lot of times you're not going to get everything you want, but most of the time you'll get some of the things that you want. Once you get the house that you like, your agent, which is step 5, is going to submit an offer on your behalf. So the offer is where we write up the contract, you sign it, I sign it, I send it over to the other agent for them to review it with the sellers, and they decide if they want to accept or deny the offer or counter the offer. So let's say they accept the offer, which means we go under contract on the home, which is, yay, a good thing. And once you go under contract, that's when the real work begins. A lot of people are confused and they think the process is kind of like over once they go under contract, but you are not. Like, we start hitting the ground running with doing inspections. So an inspection in the St. Louis area or St. Louis County area will run you anywhere from $300 to $450, depending on the size of the home, the square footage, and all that good stuff. So that's why I said make sure when you get your finances in order, that you have those extra funds to pay for things like home inspections. If you're buying land or you have a property that has a lot of acreage, you definitely want to do a land survey so you know where your boundary lines and things and stuff like that are at. Or even if you're not buying a lot of acreage, you need to know if your new next door neighbor is driveway is on your property line, and we need to get that taken care of too. So these are the things that you want to know when buying a home. Then you also need to get a title company, and your title company is the person, or not the person, but the company that's going to be doing all the research on the land and the property, and making sure that all bills and stuff are paid on the seller's end, and that no one can come and take your home and property once it's sold to you due to unpaid bills. Working with a title company, those prices can vary anywhere from $500 to $2,000 to $3,000, and it also depends on how big the home is, the purchase price of the home, square footage, all that kind of stuff plays a part, and the company you go with. Once you get through the whole inspection periods and stuff like that, once everything is good to go, then we are waiting on our loan officer to give us the green light to make sure everything looks good on their end. And once we get the green light on the lender's end, then we are cleared to close, which is good news. When you're cleared to close, that means we can set up a closing date, we can go to the closing table, we can sign all the documents, and you're going to sign a lot of documents, so just be prepared. Once you sign all of your closing documents, then about, I would say, 2 to 3 hours later, you got to wait till the other side sign their paperwork and wait till the loan company issues the check to the title company, and they will issue the check, or not issue the check, but they will wire the funds to the other title company. Or if you're working with the same title company as the sellers, they'll exchange the funds, and then your your agent, which will be me, what I will do is wait for the green light from the title company. I will have your keys, then I will give you your keys once the funds have been transferred over into the seller's account with their title. Okay, I have my mask on. I'm heading in to the building. Hey, Stephanie! I'm vlogging. Say hi to the vlog. Hey! I love your habit, Stephanie. Final favorite winter beverage. Are you speaking of marshmallows? Okay, they are good. Only get one. Girls. Okay. So we're going to make our hot chocolate with the Swiss